Today's media consumers face a frustrating experience. This is primarily caused by the fact that most platforms that already exist for media review and media consumption are single media, meaning that you can only review books or only review movies, and you can't do all of that in one place. This causes scattered communities. Fandoms or other groups of like-minded individuals and consumers must travel between different sites in order to have these discussions about media. And this also causes weak recommendations from these platforms. These platforms unfortunately cannot afford to understand the complete nuances of the user across different media types because they are focused on only one media. So wouldn't it be great if there was one single platform that addressed each of these problems in order to create a thriving community of multimedia consumers? So this ideally would be one platform that would allow for reviewing of books, movies, TV shows, and music, and offer opportunities for people to discuss these medias in community on one platform so that they don't have to transfer conversations between different websites. Also, this would allow for more nuanced recommendations personalized to the user that would consider details like how a user's taste in music might influence their taste in movies.
Hi, I'm Amy. I was mainly responsible for building and automating the recommendation system. I worked on improving how user interact are captured and used to deliver more personal content.
Hello, my name is Kobe. I was primarily responsible for system architecture, backend development, API integrations, and deployments.
Hi, I'm Tim. I was responsible for system design and integration, so I designed the software architecture on our front end to make sure we could scale pretty quickly, and I was responsible for integrating that with the back end as well, so I was the glue that holds everything together.
Hi, my name is Amanda. Throughout development, I focus primarily on our front end, but I also implemented all of our community, or as they're called in-app, clan features. I also created our bookmarking system and saving to lists, and I also led our user study and collected feedback and integrated it into the app. Consoom is a multimedia review social media that allows users to review their favorite pieces of media, whether it be books, movies, TV shows, or music, discover new media through recommendations and through other users' posts, find personal insights through statistics tracking, and join a clan or a community of users that allows for book clubs and other community endeavors. Consoom addresses the multimedia platform problem or solution by allowing users to upload reviews for all different sorts of media types. This is a one-stop shop for media consumers to discover new media and to interact with others, whether they are bookworms or film aficionados. This is just a centralized location. So speaking of centralized location, Consoom also provides one spot for users to connect over media. This is great if you consider, for example, a book club. Here on Consoom, you can create goals, add people to those goals, and share media with others and see what other people are consuming. This differs from existing platforms in that we can share all different sorts of media, discuss all different sorts of media, and customize our experience as, for example, a book club. Further, Consoom also offers a highly personalized experience. One way that it does this is through its recommendation algorithm and recommending types of media or media items influenced by the user's consumption patterns. We also provide a statistical overview for users so that they can see at a glance what their trends are. For example, as you can see in this screenshot, you can see how this user has an average rating of 3.9 or a generosity score, meaning how they compare to other users on this platform. And you can see that this user is a little bit more critical towards media than others.
All right, here we are on Consoom. I'm accessing on the web at consoom.media, but I'm showing you what it might look like on your mobile device as well. So here we have our home page. This is part of our multimedia experience. You can see we've got movies, we've got music. If I scroll far enough, you might see we've got books as well. And we do have TV shows as well. It's just the circles that I run in. We don't do a lot of TV shows. And that's going into our personalized experience. This is our For You feed. So this is posts from people that we think you're interested in, either because you're following them or because they're talking about media that we think that you're interested in. You can also see the latest feed right here and see what people are talking about most recently on Consoom. Speaking of personalized experience, here's our Explore page right here. So you can see we've got our recommendation model, and this is looking holistically at everything, either from my media accounts that I've connected, like my Spotify and my Google Books, or the stuff that I've reviewed. So you can see right here, it's recommending me cross-media stuff, and this is the power of cross-media and multimedia platform. So I watched K-pop Demon Hunters, I loved it, and now it's recommending me music from K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's showing me where I can listen to this music. I'm gonna leave a review. So I'm gonna say this is honestly I think it's a 3-star song. I don't think it's the best song from the movie. And I can leave a review if I want to as well, but I'm just gonna leave a rating. I'm gonna give that a post. And you can see that on our latest feed. And then going more into our personalized experience, you can see our profile page right here. So there you can see that I left a review on K-pop Demon Hunters about a week ago. We can go over to our statistics and we can see I'm pretty much a music guy and it's telling me as much. But apparently my most controversial rating was Project Hail Mary. I don't know, I thought it was a pretty good movie, but I guess the people don't agree with me. You can see my library, so this is the stuff that I've reviewed. Or I can go to my bookmarked media, or some bookmarked posts as well. So this is a great way, even if you don't love the social features of Consoom, this is a great app for multimedia tracking, multimedia statistics. Really you can use this as something personal, even if you don't want to share it all with the world. And then finally going into our centralized community, this is our clan page. This is how we're doing a lot of our community features. Clans are great for clubs, they're great for fan groups, they're great for connecting with other people. So right here I have my sci-fi club, and that's the power of a multimedia platform as well, as I can do a sci-fi club. I don't have to do a sci-fi book club, I don't have to do a sci-fi movie club, I can do a sci-fi club. So if I love Dune, I can talk about the books, I can talk about the movies, and I have a space for that on Consoom. So here you can see we're focusing on the original Star Wars movie right now. People are watching that, and then we're going to come together and discuss it. We have our forums if we want to start a discussion on that, but we're not ready for that yet. We can also track people's progress as well. We can see recommended media for our clan, so I'm focused on Dune, but we can see a lot of sci-fi recommendations and sci-fi adjacent down here in our recommendations. And then we can do things like change the appearance of our clan, change our personal appearance. I think grayscale for Darth Vader is a great idea. And we can see announcements like the Dune Part 3 trailer, which I thought was super exciting. But clans are our way to do centralized community, and we think that it's an awesome feature of Consoom that you can't really find anywhere else. Some other small features, talking about centralized community, we have our messaging system right here so you can connect with other people that you meet on the app. Our basic notification system, and then for more personalization, you can connect your media accounts. So I have my Spotify and my Google accounts connected to my account. My Explore page will actually, let's see if it pulls up the category, yeah. So I listened to Cicada by Good King on Spotify, and I haven't uploaded that, but we're able to pull that data and still give you recommendations and still make that as part of your personal profile. So that's Consoom.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about our system architecture. So for the front end, we used Flutter, and that allows us to reach different platforms like iOS, Android, and web. For our authentication, we use Supabase, and that allows us to get our JOT token and have all of our REST API calls be secure. And so now we can look at our REST API. So this is hosted on AWS ECS, and we use Fast API for all of our endpoints. And this really is the fuel for all of our applications and services that we provide. Looking at the far right side, you can see that we use Supabase. So Supabase is used for our authentication as well as our storage. So we have S3 and Postgres, and those store all of our media, images, you name it. Looking at the top, we have our recommendation service. This is our in-house recommendation pipeline that we built, and that is fueled by external media APIs. IMDb for movies and TV, Spotify for music, Apple Music for music as well, and then Google Books. Looking at the bottom, we have the media collector. So this is our daily process that runs and does a mixture of web scraping and external media API calls to fuel our application with the most recent and popular media. In conclusion, Consoom is a first-of-its-kind platform where you can track, review, and find new media. Go ahead and visit us at consoom.media and get started on desktop, or download our app off the App Store.